Alright, welcome back, welcome back. We're going to be continuing our progress here. We've got the Shadow Legion encroaching on our land, and thus we continue the campaign to push them the heck out of here. Now we would have no problem defending, I think, this settlement at this point. Now, it looked like Gelt lost that fight. That looked like a fight. Looked like the post-battle. So, I don't know what the heck Gelt's doing. Being stupid, just like the AI. So, here's another problem I have with the AI. The hostile AI is decent enough. They'll create big threats, come at you at your weak points, and be annoying. However, friendly AI, allied AI, they are absolutely stupid. I don't know how what they did, but allied AI factions, no matter who you're playing as, are so dumb. They don't do anything that makes sense. I've had it where, for example, anyways, I was playing the Dark Elves as Malekith, and things were going pretty well. Had my neighbors to the north, which they were just kind of expanding. They were growing. They were strong, and finally we allied with them. And as soon as we did that, they just started throwing their forces away. Just like, oh hey, there's a double stack army. Let me send like a 12 units against them. So I'm not really sure why the allied AI seems so inept and so stupid. Did they just attack? Wow! How about that? The Bretonnians fighting back against the corruption of the vampires. Okay. So, oh, here we go. Middenstag. I do want Middenstag to be returned to Midland. I really do. They need that whole territory. Historically, the region of Middenstag has been ruled over by Midland, but is currently under the control of the Elector Count of another state. Boris Todbringer, the rightful Elector Count of Midland, has asked for your help in restoring his rule over this land immediately. So, here's another point to where, if I didn't know where this was, this choice doesn't mean as much to me. So, Creative Assembly, let us move the map around here. You know, let us check things out. Let us minimize this as an event message or a end of turn alert, so that we can look around. Now, I do know where this is. It's up here, and we want to demand its return. So, did it actually get returned? Yes, it did. No. Yes. Yes, it did. It's just one thing that it annoys me. I mean, you really, like, for the number of things they can throw at you, you really have to be knowledgeable about what's around you, which can be tough. This game is freaking massive, man. Just look, all this territory here, every single piece of it you see, that's not basically fog of war out here, is ruled over by somebody. The map is massive. The map is absolutely massive. So, knowing all of these things when they just pop up randomly, can be pretty tricky. Pretty tricky. Alright. Anyhow. So here's the thing. Right, we want to start sieging them out. We want to get these idiots out of here as quickly as possible. However, even with the strength of Carl and our pretty now veteran force. I don't think we win this battle on land.
I think not.
Hit 'em hard and fast.
Alright, cool. Inveterate Brawler carried out successful hero action, so he gained a trait where his assault garrison action will inflict 15% additional casualties. Very good.
Never.
So really we want to weaken their... If we siege them, we won't be able to continue assaulting them either. It's a bit of a downside. They are not at war with Marienburg.
Who calls?
I think we need to keep putting our resources into Fluss's army so that I can actually do something with him. I really just want, like, you know, 5 turns of peace at home. We're actually surrounded by fairly friendly forces anyways.
From the Lady of the Lake. What do you want?
So we are going to strike up non-aggression with Artois.
Just so.
Because I want our borders to feel a little safer.
Approach and make your offer, but I make no promises to
Now,
myself.
I think the threat of Marienburg has passed the point where they were likely to kind of declare war on us has passed. They've become less unfriendly to the point where I don't think we're at risk of them being a nuisance.
Yes, my lord.
Tempt me not.
They have been recruiting somehow, so I'm not sure the mechanics that let them recruit, but they had 13, now they have 17. So
It is time.
yeah, I think they can recruit in raiding stance. So for now, we're going to post up on the border. We are going to grab some additional units.
Beyond your comprehension.
Probably a few spearmen. And I'm actually tempted to get some free company militia to attempt to deal with the dogs. We do have huntsmen available. I think more crossbowmen should be fine. Let's see. They are not immune to attrition. Oh, there it is. Immune to most attrition.
Asinine mortal.
You know, their army in and of itself isn't too threatening.
I am France. They will obey. We
And
cannot.
we need how much to adopt rating? 25?
I am Prince and Emperor.
50, actually. So we should be able to come over here and
In the name of
you know,
Magnus.
just start raiding them. We're not if they march out and try to hit us, we shouldn't have any trouble defeating this army.
Not.
The thing that we'd have trouble defeating is this army and the garrison. Alright. I would like to save up the 7,200 needed to upgrade Altdorf to city. That would be, you know, a pretty big upgrade for us. We also have a lot of prestige. I feel like the game has not been throwing a lot of prestige events at us. I think we've had a total of 2 opportunities. One was extremely early game when we didn't have... We only had like two, maybe 3 turns of build-up, so we didn't have enough to do it. Then the other one was a random defense for Talabeclan, maybe? Alright, so they're kind of buzzing off.
Greetings from Sigma.
You want military access. We are non-aggression with you. Let's see here. What could they possibly want military access to do? Not much. Not much, truthfully. So, no. All their enemies are west, and then one rogue force up here for the Shadow Legion. Which is not in our territory. They don't need access with us. Hey! Wissenland. I hate them. But they are fighting back against the vampires, so that's great. Hey, speaking of prestige events. So we have Salvage Plunder. You find out the cargo ship containing treasure rightfully belonging to you, plundered by your very own men from the temple cities of Lustria, had recently arrived in Marienburg. The cargo ship was not of your state, however. Its crew had claimed the plunder as salvage after your own prized transport galleon shipwrecked on some uncharted rocky islets out in the great ocean. You send your retinue to Marienburg to forcibly claim what you consider to be rightfully yours, which will at least cover the cost of your lost galleon. Upon arriving, however, they discovered that the cargo ship containing your treasure belongs to Ostland. Yeah, we can easily appeal to our electors and flex our bureaucratic muscles. Okay, her gig getting some more plague. Our state banner, state troops standards rather, has finished. Now there's some good stuff to get here. I am actually thinking though about taking trade resource increase. We're going to do that. Commodity trading. We have a lot of trade partners, not enough resources that we can produce. We're going to save here. Can't do anything there. They are not showing them recruiting, but they obviously are recruiting. We're going to continue to assault their garrison. And he critically failed. That is extraordinarily unfortunate. He had been doing so well, too. Alright, dwarfs and vampires going to war. Bretonians and vampires going to war. Wonderful. You know, that's all fine. Natural order of the world sort of thing.
Ready.
Alright. Anyhow. We are going to... So, the other reason that I've been continually recruiting with them was, 1, to shore up our borders. But 2...
Moving.
so that I can send them up here. We can siege out this territory with 2 armies. We've got the 2 mortars here. We're actually going to grab another mortar. Just hit him with a siege force. Can I make use of the war chariot? Not so much.
Who calls?
Alright. So he's not quite a full stack, but he is at 19 out of 20, which I think I'm happy enough with to now send him on a force march. Because basically we have to make this strike happen quickly. Oh, wouldn't you know, we move once, and here they are coming on back. This is so annoying. This is what I don't like about this campaign, is that you're just stifled, choosing between defending and doing literally anything else. Yeah, I've got 2 full stacks almost, and feel like I can't really do much of anything that I actually want to. Marienburg, are they at war with... No, I don't want a non-aggression with you. Are they actually at war with... We'll look at that in a second. Are they at war with... No, they took
no promises to my assent.
a neutral territory. So Marienburg getting stronger. Not really what I want to happen, but it is better than them just getting wiped out and then us getting... Let's see, will you
approach and make your offer,
join
but I make no promises to my assent.
war against the Shadow Legion for us? Minus 59. Really? Really? How about you?
It is good to see fellow sons of the Empire this day.
38. That is wildly annoying after defending Midland.
Now?
Cease.
We cannot defend Isleheart against this, by the way. With our garrison. It's not even close. So I really wanted to march them up here. France is now not plagued at the very least.
I see no other option.
I've been wanting to do this stupid Beast Slayer quest battle for a while.
Yes.
Let's
As is my right by Sigmar's crown.
Let's do this.
Greetings on behalf of the Empire. Now what brings you here with a sheathed blade?
Well, we're going to have to trespass against Marienburg. So, you can think about this. It actually kind of works out, you know, thematically. I can't think of the word that I'm trying to want to use, but there was a quest battle up here, right? Like, Norscan forces, I think. Is it Norscan, or is it... Yeah. Norscan forces had invaded Diedershafen, and we've been trying to get to them. They took Diedershafen. And then Marienburg ended up seizing control of it and pushing them out. But we still have Norscan forces that remain. That's how I think about it in my head. Like, if I'm telling a story, if I'm saying, okay, I'm playing like kind of a role-playing game, that's what's happening here. While we have... That's probably not what really happened, but since we've had to take our time getting up here, you know, they lost... Nordland lost Diedershafen. At least they still have their capital. So that's positive. Now, with this, I guess the thing that we're going to do is just sort of stand guard.
Onwards!
Grab some more swordsmen.
Beyond your
Let's see where they go.
comprehension.
Alright. So I want the Red Moon in, but I still want the city more. We've got several more turns before that can happen. Doing good on this side, actually, thanks to Wissenland,
Approach us,
who
friend, and make your
has
offer.
gained a fealty toward us. I am somewhat surprised that we haven't been offered
Sigma's will.
Confederation for Talib Becklid yet. So we're not doing that. Not doing any upgrades. Our Imperial Authority did go back to 0. So that's pretty cool. 0 is just a very slight penalty. 1 is where we get all of our bonuses. We really want to get into that positive. We have not yet been able to do so. We've sort of swayed between 0 and -2. It looked like the vampires won that battle and sacked their city. Yep, here they come. Now, hopefully they are getting more and more of a penalty with Marienburg for trudging around here being a nuisance to them.
Be at peace, for that is all I ever want.
I will tell you, that's a lot of money that we can make better use of than the AI. So, sure. Gets us closer to our ultimate goal of upgrading Altdorf to a city. Tier 4 building. I like what's going on over there. I will definitely... Okay. So... Ooh. Our income is like 0. What is happening here? So Midland's come under attack from Skaven. We are going to assist them. But I don't want to use our treasury, so we are going to use our prestige, hire mercenaries, and we get to do a quick battle against Skaven. Same force that we had in our previous one. We got some handgunners, some outriders, some Empire Knights, and some swordsmen. Let's do it. We haven't had a battle in a while. I think we can make very quick work of this Skaven force. They've basically got Rattling gunners, and that's it. So the main thing here will be getting our Empire Knights on the Rattling gunners before they can suppress them. It looks like it has us coming in from behind, which is likely the quickest reinforcement timing. Now we don't have the forces ourselves to just obliterate the Skaven. We would get overwhelmed by them eventually. So it's just going to be a matter of setting up somewhere that lets us buy enough time for the reinforcements and kind of sandwiching them. Or, not reinforcements, rather, but allies. Alright, so yeah, we got 5 seconds if we hit from here. Actually, 5 seconds if we hit from here. Which I think is the play. Come from the hillside here. Alright, so where are their rattling guns? In the middle. Pretty protected. Let all of our let all of our forces come in, which they have now. And see, they are sending
Take the ground! Moving now! Yes, General! Keeping distance,
big part of their force, kind of half of their force to us. Really, Midland should have no problem defeating this.
Formation march! We serve the Emperor. Go! For the Emperor! Yes, sir! Quickly!
Alright,
We're
we're gonna let our horse archers do, or horse pistoliers do some work here. Then we'll let them retreat. They did send the gunners.
Ready to serve! Yes, sir! No! By Gal Maraz! Ready for
Alright, let's check out this night charge here. Can we get there before the spears defend them? Nope, not quite. But
Sigma guides us.
all of their slingers are left undefended.
The Empire endures!
Alright, this looks pretty good for us here.
For Heldenhammer! Whoa!
These rats are basically keeping us in place, which is pretty annoying. I would like to get out and do another charge.
We obey.
Please get out and do another charge. Like, hello?
For the Warhammer.
Retreat, stupid horses.
The ground quakes.
Alright,
Sir!
they're mainly out.
Yes, sir, quickly!
Let's take the high ground. They were absolutely dominant there.
Outriders! At speed! For the Warhammer! Quick march! Yes, sir.
Alright, another downhill charge here.
Heldenhammer! Sigma
Oh, and we got some flying rats. Did you know that rats could fly? Now you do. Oh, look at him go. Alright. Well, looks like we've handled this part of the force pretty effectively. And we got these guys being dumb, chasing around random stuff. But they are on the rattling guns now, so...
Charge! Sir!
And, yeah, this is looking like a pretty easy victory here. Obviously. I mean, we knew it was going to be. That's not surprising. So, very nice.
Our weapons are yours!
The one thing that is very fun with the Empire is that these early game forces, these early game skirmishes or battles, the cavalry are a lot of fun to use. You can really get a lot of work done with their Reichsguard, and even if you choose to build stables and grab some Empire Knights, even, you know, Outriders, Pistoliers, those sort of units, even they get a pretty healthy charge off on ranged units. You don't need to use them as ranged cavalry. You know, it's nice. I think, is it the Pistoliers that can move while firing? I mean, these guys might be able to move while firing in one direction. But if you force them into melee charge attacks, they can still be pretty devastating to ranged forces or into you know, sword, axe infantry sort of thing. So they can get a lot of work done for you. Not always the case with cavalry in this game. Sometimes they can be quite useless. But not my experience with the Empire cavalry. They're pretty devastating early game against most armies that you'll encounter. Long as you keep them away from any sort of anti-large, anti-cavalry type of units like spearmen, you should be doing pretty well. Now I did have my gunners in like good position for a while, and then I just kind of left them there. Probably should have moved them around a bit more, but we didn't really need to. And I would also say that AI did not approach that battle particularly well. They split their forces and got both halves annihilated. They would have been better off just sending probably their whole force at us and keeping the rattling gunners kind of posted to hold off the advancing allied forces. They still would have lost. It wouldn't have mattered, but I continue to be annoyed by this loading times when we're getting out of battles here. Seems like, so from what it seems like to me, is that this is happening, and it's particularly slow when these battles are happening off turn, whereas we're in the middle of the end turn rotation, and then we get attacked or something happens and we fight a battle. That seems to be when it has the most trouble reloading. Like when I perform an offensive attack, it doesn't seem quite this bad. It's definitely going to be something that I'm going to be looking for in patch notes in the next set of patch notes they release. Was there something that they needed to do to help loading times run into, this game has received probably a lot of flack, and I think undue flack since it's come out. People unhappy with this or that. The campaign, the main campaign that you do, had a lot of people complaining. Some of the systems in the game had a lot of people complaining. But one thing I will give them credit for was that all in all, the biggest bug they had was, I think, the one where when you disbanded a lord, the upkeep didn't reflect it properly. Is you were still paying for that lord and their army, even though, and I should say their upkeep penalty, even though they were no longer employed with an army retinue to keep up. So we're losing money. Okay, we're not losing money. I was going to say, I don't know how it went from over $1,000 income to negative. I don't really know. Well, I guess we're actually at our turn now. Okay, I thought we were still in the end turn. Anywho, her gig receives plague. They're just going to continue to get plagued until... Yeah, I think it was still loading stuff while we're up here, and we probably will have a rebellion on our hands at some point.
Tempt me not.
I can see the lag happening, which means it's time for a save, just in case it crashes. Looking for a quick... Oh, there it is. Control S. Alright. I knew there was one. I couldn't remember what it was. Alright.
As is my right by Sigmar's crown.
Alright, last chance.
Greetings
Will
on
you
behalf
give
of
me
the Empire.
military
Now what
access? No. No shot. Now, can I get there in 2 turns? Yes.
I see no other option.
So we're going to come up here. We're going to be trespassing on Marienburg. But you know what? We're just going to have to deal with it.
To the provinces.
Oh, and look at these cheeky little a-holes. The AI does a good job of this, though. They take into consideration your movement range. So, like, Glutor, they wouldn't be able to hit Isleheart right now.
By the comet.
And now, if they did move, it would
What
be
does the
probably
Emperor bid?
around the same way that I'm showing. Now, we do have a decent enough spot to ambush here in the forest.
Praise Sigmar.
This is not so great. 45% is pretty bad. Coming here, though, I think even if they moved, I don't know that we would catch them this turn.
I will marshal the men. Step to it.
So this is, I mean, this is pretty unlikely to work, you know.
Yes, a sound plan.
Whoops, not raiding. Wait, there
To
we go.
strengthen the Empire. Let us move.
I mean, this is really unlikely to work, but it's a coin flip. In the chance that it does, we can maybe just take care of these guys and let us finally execute one of our plans, which is to send both of these armies up here and get rid of the Fecundites once and for all. Alright, what else happened? We trespassed, yeah, we know that. We fended off them. We gained a warhorse for our mercenary guy who's not a thing. It's irrelevant. They really should do something with the post-battle options for those temporary armies. I took the unit XP. As soon as I clicked it, I'm like, I may as well have taken the treasury. I don't know why I didn't. I just kind of was like, this is a better option to execute the Skaven. But it doesn't really do anything. I don't think that unit XP carries over to the next time that you hire them. So what's the point? It would be nice if it gave you like a, hey, increase this mercenary force or something. Like make them stronger for the next time. Which is what the XP would do, but I'm talking like size. Like give them another unit in their army. We encountered, let's see, we got population surplus, and we encountered Carrick-Herne, which they've been at war with a number of different factions here. And then Scaling on the other side of the strait. Alright, we can get our city. So we're going to instantly do that, and that's going to be it. In the next episode, we are going to get quite a nice battle. We're going to do our first quest battle. It should be fun and cinematic and cool. So they still want military access. There's no possible reason you could want military access, so no. Like I said, with this, I'm not trying to do purely selfish decision making for our faction. We're trying to make decisions for the good of the Empire, for the good of the natural order, the righteous world, against the forces of evil. And as our ambush did not work, but I am confused about where Bellicor is going. And that is Bellicor. Another thing that we could do here is just hold them off long enough for France to come back, and have France take that engagement for the bonus received from defeating a legendary lord such as Bellicor. So, been waiting for this for a while. Confederation has been offered to us. Great strides have been made in your relationship with the state of Talabecland as of late. Their Elector Count, Helmut Furbach, has approached you with an offer of Confederation. Landlocked by other imperial states, the home of the Talabeclanders is vast, with resource-rich Great Forest being its most prominent area. However, its capital, Talabheim, is home to the Knights of the Blazing Sun, fearsome Templars who worship Myrmidia, the classic goddess of war. Will you accept Talabecland's offer of Confederation? Now, one thing before I do this is I'm going to butcher some of these names and things. Sometime I'm not German. I don't know German. So I do my best, and sometimes it's going to be off. So if I say something wrong, well, let me know. But ultimately, yeah, you can deal with it. If we accept their confederation, we lose some imperial authority for a bit. We get their land, we get their seat that we can assign to somebody, or we can allow them to assert or support their independence, which is actually extremely beneficial right now. I can't see it would give us the +1 in imperial authority. That would give us some pretty big bonuses. This is actually a tough decision. Again, I wish I could move the map. I just want to verify what's over here. I believe it is Wood Elves in this little purple velvety area. So I don't think we'd be at a imminent threat if we did confederate and take that land. It will be offered again in 20 turns. I actually think that this is better. I was planning to accept their confederation, but having this +1 now, letting us shore up Reichland, might be for the best. Don't get me wrong, I want to start confederating things pretty quickly. But I think that we may have too many side things that we're trying to deal with to do it effectively, and I don't know what it's going to do to our income. It might completely destabilize our economy. That's the other consideration here, is that if we get them, yes, our upkeep, if they've got any armies, any heroes, our upkeep's going to increase by quite a bit. And like I said, it may destabilize our economy to the point where we're going to have to start reducing forces for a while. It's going to be awkward. We're not going to be able to build for a while. So we're going to let them remain independent. We're going to take the +1 bonus, and that's going to give us fealty, increased chance for everybody else, growth, income from all buildings, so that in the next 20 turns, if we can keep this in the absolute realm of positive authority, should be better off for us. Now, the Wog for the Broken Axe has failed to capture their target. That's great. Now, this is why I was wondering this. I'd seen the Barrel Legion getting pushed around by, what is this, Artois? Yeah. And they actually did get destroyed, which is a very surprising development. I thought they were going to be quite a pain in the butt. Yeah, this is the Wood Elves over here. So to see them actually get destroyed by Bretonnia is actually refreshing. It's actually kind of refreshing. Alright, we're going to pull back. I
Uncontrollable.
don't know about
What does the Emperor
dealing
bid?
with that. So we're going to post up in defense here. We can't really build anything that I want this turn. I do want more timber. We also probably want the Night Watch over here, because this the city is right on the border there with the Fecundites. we'll go ahead and get it. I have a feeling that that's going to be all for naught. We're going to get attacked, and we're going to lose it anyways.
I serve Sigma.
Old Wolfram over here is not going to be able to do diddly squat. But that's all we need to do for this turn outside of fight this battle with Karl Franz, which we're going to do when I return. So come back for the next episode. You get to see us fight with the Northmen, Norska, and see if we can come out on top. Till then, have a good one.